Thank you very much, members of the press. I'm making a rebuttal to wrongful claims and falsehoods spread by Washaki, or Washaki, whatever it is, against the cultural institution. We want to use this platform, particularly Voice One, to ensure that we correct the record, we portray the record as it is. A series of allegations have been made by Mr. Washaki. Firstly, if you want to be Umukuka, you begin from home. You are very much aware the morality of the children of Mr. Washaki, you know the moral background of his family. The man who has failed to look after his own family, who has failed to shape the morals, and we see homosexuality persisting in his home, that one cannot be a role model to come out that he wants to be the Umukuka. I would also advise him to really ensure that he has a home, because those are some of the criteria for cultural leadership. However, on a very serious note, the allegation that the Umukuka's car is registered in the names of the Umukuka is something that needs to be investigated. Firstly, this is a presidential directive. It's good that I had to verify with the Minister of Gender, Honorable Ahamada. The President guided that those vehicles should be given the way they were given. So the format and the structure in which the cars were given to Umukuka here is the very format and directive that the people of Dama got theirs, Teso got theirs, Uganda Kingdom got theirs. It will be real an affront on state protocols for Honorable Mr. Washaki to attack His Highness. And two, just like terrible, if he has any issues against the cultural institution or cultural leadership, it's a good practice that he can praise them formally, bring them to ask for attention or for action, as opposed to leaving, abandoning official work in Kampala to come here and abuse our people. We expect him that when he comes here to greet Umukuka. But unfortunately, he comes to certain radio station to insult the leadership of the cultural institution and undermine our efforts in the community. As a cultural institution, we find so we're saddened by such involvement. We want to appeal to him to apologize to His Highness, ask for forgiveness. Otherwise, an attack on the cultural institution, on the cultural leadership, is an attack on the entire Bugisu region. It's an attack. Two, we also have the situation where a selected member or selected members of parliament have taken it in cabinet upon themselves to mislead our people. Members of parliament make laws for our community. Now, they have a corresponding duty to ensure that they come back into the community to explain the very laws that they enact in the parliament. It is so saddening and disturbing to see a legislator, a member of parliament, coming on radio to again underrate, to again undermine the very laws they enact while on the floor of parliament. It's so disturbing. We, however, want to appeal to them to ensure that they understand their roles. If you understand, you have a command of your roles, you move in the committee and explain. We reject all accusations leveled against the cultural institution. Falsehood is also propagated by the likes of Washaki and other MPs, including some leaders that are being misled that the Umukuka is taking over the land. The land or any properties that will be given to the cultural institution, we are going to have them as custodians, what they call steward. A steward does not own, but we manage those things on behalf of the cultural institution or on behalf of that community. So the falsehoods that we were going to take over these assets in our or Umukuka as a person is also an insult on the integrity of the Umukuka, is an insult on the integrity of Umukuka and the entire Bugisu community. Thirdly, falsehood about Bugisu and Masaba. Masaba as a person, one person like this, cannot be said to have fathered all of us. However, historically, people came here in hordes, in groups. This group comes, this group comes. So we are, the migrations as they took place, there are migrations of people from various angles. They came in groups. We have never saw you came via up. Never saw you came. We have the Varo. They came here. So we do not want anybody to mislead our people that this is a community fathered or sired by an individual. We may credit myself for circumcision, but not that is the father of all of us. First of all, in my clan, I don't name Masaba. In your clan, yourself, you don't name Masaba. So we do not want falsehoods based on identity. This is a community recognized by government from 1926, February 1st. They say a community. The government is even very reluctant to use the word tribe because it knows it is a community of people who have interrelated cultures or connected cultures. We all circumcised as a community. So any Masaba is someone circumcised. So no misleading our people that we are saying we are not by Masaba, that we are not Inzu. That one should stop. The place here in Bugisu. The Vasoi came here in 1830. Now during that time when they are circumcising, in 1830, because this group of the Vasoi came making noise, they named those who circumcised at that time as the Vasoi. There was also the Waroha, the Varoha. People came here through the north making noise, extreme noise. That was, I think, 1835. They also named those who circumcised at that time as Varoha. Then there's Bazangweli. So people kept coming in this community. 1835, 1830, 1860. So nobody should want to trace the history of this region in the recent. The history of this region is antecedent, is antiquated, is as old as it is from the 1700s. We arrived here as a community from wherever we came from in 1400 as a community here. If you go to Congo, I've been to Congo personally. 90% of the tribes in Congo are Bantu. So we trace our origins from Congo. We used to stay with the Maasais, but because they kept stealing our things, we kept moving. So people came from wherever they came until where they are. Not that a person gave birth to all of us. That would be falsehood, first class.